Hi everyone, this is Diana Palm, the Love Witch, and today we're going to be talking about how to overcome resistance in love. If you are looking for your soulmate, you're looking for your ideal partnership, your ideal, most loving, fulfilling relationship, then stay tuned because there really are some things you need to know to get unstuck, to release your patterns in relationship and begin to have more fulfilling, loving relationships with the partnerships you attract. One of the things that our deceased loved ones on the other side often tell me is that they really regret not showing up fully to love the people that they shared their lives with. And that's why I focus so much about love in the afterlife and helping people really attract in their soulmate and become the perfect vibration of love and attracting their highest potential soulmate. First, we want to look at your energy. When you're moving out into the world, you're a single person, you're dating, you're looking for love, but you have resistance from the past. Resistance can show up in 5 major ways. When you have blocks and limits around love, you will not attract your soulmate. You will attract a lot of karmic soulmates or people that are short-term, quick to come into your life and quick to leave, but they won't stick. If this is happening, then you really want to clean up your vibration and make sure that you're really embodying the energy that you want to attract to yourself. The 5 largest blocks and limits that we have in attracting love is number 1, looking for red flags. When you are going into the dating market and you're searching through hundreds of people looking for red flags to avoid, you're actually attracting people with red flags to you because that's where your focus is. It's very important that if you're still in this cycle of looking for red flags, that you heal the issues that you experienced when you were experiencing the red flags in past relationships and make sure that you come into a neutral space where that is not something you're focusing upon. You want to focus upon the positive aspects. You want to make sure that you believe you're worthy of that you know how to behave in a healthy relationship, and that you've taken accountability for the cycle you may have been in with a previous partner who you experienced a lot of red flags with. It's very important to heal those issues before moving out to connect with others and to keep your focus on the positive of the things that you most want to connect with in a new partnership. The second is projecting your past onto your present. And this is all about having unhealed issues. When we have wounds from the past, when we've been brokenhearted, betrayed, disappointed, let down, we can actually project that into our present and have a lot of that energy surrounding us as we move into new connections. And what this does is create a barrier between you and your new counterpart, making it really difficult to connect with the authentic you, because what they're really connecting with is your projection of past wounds. This is why it is so important to heal this energy before seeking love. The third is fear of the future. Your fear of the future may look like fear of death, fear of losing somebody that you love, fear of having a partner cheat on you, or fear of getting old and not being attractive. There are many ways that fear can pop into a relationship. And when fear is involved in the process of sorting and experiencing new love, fear can actually end a relationship before it even gets off the ground. So it's really important to recalibrate and look at those things that you're fearing and heal them. Clear those limits and blocks so that you're coming in as available, loving energy to connect with. The fourth is holding back. Sometimes people hold back on their emotions, their expression of love, or even in commitment. When people are coming together and it's flowing and there's a really beautiful connection, but then one or both parties begins to hold back, that can sabotage your relationship and end it or strain it, only allowing a little bit of love to flow through to your partnership. And that is what creates very unhealthy patterns. That can actually set up a cat and mouse patterning where one person's seeking to draw it out from the other, and when they finally get it, the other person starts withholding, and then it goes the other way. And it's never equally balanced, equally yoked, or equally shared. So holding back is a very toxic pattern. Holding back will sabotage your relationship. Many people hold back because they feel that it gives them power. It gives them a sense of power and authority where they may have felt weak or wounded in a relationship prior to now. When people hold back in relationship, they often seek to gain control, maybe control of their own emotions, or maybe control of the relationship. But what it really does is create distance between you and your partner. The fifth one is the grass is greener, thinking that there's probably somebody better for you around the next corner, looking for your way out in relationship, or even projecting or planning that this relationship you're currently experiencing is short-lived and that somebody else is coming for you, or that you're going to find your ideal mate later on. If you have a wandering eye and you're constantly looking to connect with the next better mate, then be clear that you're not available for love right now. Be clear that you're actually sabotaging the relationship you're in and that you are not currently available for real love. When you're seeking the next better partnership while still being connected to somebody, you're not loving and valuing yourself or your partner. If this is you, take an honest look at where you are and recognize that you're not showing up authentically in that relationship. You're not showing up 100% because your wandering eye is telling you to seek somewhere else. This provides you with the opportunity to really look inward and see what it is that you feel you're missing. See what it is that you think is lacking, because whether it's in that relationship or in your own self, it is important to find peace with that and to heal it so that you can be 100% available for the partner that you love. And if you find that it's the relationship that has run its course or fallen flat, then it's okay to have a sacred ending and make yourself available for a new mate. But if you're with a mate and searching, understand that that is something that needs to change. That is a toxic pattern that prevents you from truly experiencing love. Now, before I tell you the 5 ways that you can overcome these major limits and blocks to love, I want to remind you that I'm available for private sessions where I get in and work with your genetic programming, your patterning around relationships, and help you resolve and heal toxic relationship patterns. I do this through intuitive healing, subconscious reprogramming, by using all of my spiritual gifts to help align you with the highest vibrational version of yourself so that you can attract your highest potential soulmate. Be sure to check out my private sessions and my package prices at www.dianapalm.com. So here are the 5 ways that you can overcome your limits and blocks to love. Number 1, take time to really get to know yourself. Be really clear about who you are, how you show up in relationship, and what would be the ideal match for you in relationship. Many people seek mates based on some fantasy version of what they think the ideal mate would be because they're not really clear on who they are. In fact, a lot of people think once they land Prince Charming, they'll become the ideal mate for them. But when this happens, it's clear that you're not coming from a place of knowing yourself, valuing yourself, and loving yourself. Being too flexible, where you're just showing up to please a partner to keep them, indicates that you do not know yourself. When you really know yourself and love yourself, you will attract ideal partners to you. Number 2, heal your past wounds. It is so important to heal your heartbreak. If you've been abandoned, rejected, abused, if you feel like you're too old for love or find it too difficult to start over, most of the time when we talk about healing past wounds, it's healing the patterns in relationship that you've experienced. Many times my clients come to me and say their partner cheated on them, and then we'll find out that every partner cheated on them. This is a definite indication that you have a toxic relationship pattern running, because this is not a normal thing. When you have abuse showing up in every relationship that you experience, that means that there is a toxic relationship pattern running. Those toxic relationship patterns need to be cleared, and they need to be cleared within you so that you begin to up-level into a vibration of having healthier relationships. Now, if you have had these toxic relationship patterns, they most often have come from your early childhood patterning. And once that is healed and resolved within you, you can begin to attract healthier mates and partnerships. This is such a vital step in allowing you to show up healed and whole, vibrating in an energy of love and availability so that you can attract your ideal mate. So healing your wounds will help you clear all your limits and blocks to love. The 3rd is to release your ex. When you hold space in your heart for your ex, You are not creating enough space in your heart to attract a new person into love. Potential partners intuitively feel if someone else is taking up space in your heart. And that doesn't mean that you need to negate the person from your past or hate them, but it does mean you need to release them and that you need to sit in a space of emptiness in your heart where you go through a cycle of giving gratitude to your previous partner and really sever those ties so that you can be free and clear in your energy to attract in the new. It's very important to clear that space up in the heart so that new potential partners feel that there's a space to come into, that they can come into fully with you and be loved, rather than sharing you with people from the past. Number 4 is showing up in the healed version of yourself and knowing what you have to offer a relationship. That means while you can still share your stories about who you have been and what you have lived through, because it's relative to who you are now, you still know it's most important to show up in the present moment, that you do know your value, that you do know what you offer to relationship, and that you're most interested in finding the ideal match for you. You don't have to become anything that you're not. You just have to become the highest version of you, healed, whole, and ready to love. The 5th way to do this is to stop seeking love and begin attracting love. Many people are dating magnets and they're putting themselves out there online, meeting tons of individuals and getting crazy mixed energy and vibrations in their life, not gaining the clarity that they need to coming from within. So when you're seeking and you're looking outside of yourself for somebody to come into your life to love you, you're doing it the opposite way. Go ahead and take some time to really get clear on yourself, who you are, what you have to offer, and what you would most enjoy in a relationship. And then allow yourself to simply go about your world by attracting interesting people in to talk to. Attract people to you that you have things in common with. If you're vibrating in your own happiness, you will attract people that have similar things in common. And as you begin those conversations, it will begin to unfold for you where you connect and bond on many, many layers. And this is how you will know who to move forward with in a relationship. When you're calibrated correctly, the timing will be right. And that person will come in and connect with you like a puzzle piece that just fits. When this occurs, move ahead with a full and open heart, with no resistance. You'll be able to fully connect with your partner in the present moment while still being able to make plans for the future. Now, here's a final warning. If you are in a relationship and you are not making plans for the future, or you're not seeing steps towards making plans in the future, you're most likely in a situationship and not a real relationship. You're with a time filler. And if you really, really want to experience love, you must release this person to create the space for what it is you desire. When your new partner steps into your life, be sure that you show them appreciation. Be sure that you are living in the energy and vibration of appreciation for the love that has come into your life and for your partner and all that they do for you. And also show appreciation to yourself for all the work that it took to get you where you are so that you could really be available for love. If you would like help clearing any of the blocks and limits that you currently have going on in your love life or any other area of your life, be sure you check out my private sessions and packages so we can really get into your DNA programming, clearing your subconscious blocks and limits, clearing toxic patterns from your genetic family line so that you can really embrace the fullness of who you are and really find the love that you seek. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a like down below, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I can't wait to see you in the next video.